Hello friends, Chaya here. Welcome to this new episode of Poetry Recitation. Today I'm going to read a very beautiful poem written by William Butler Yeats. The title of this poem is The Lake Isle of Innisfree. This poem expresses a deep longing for peace and simplicity and escape from the modern urban life. Even though the poet is in a noisy city, his heart still remains connected to the calm and serene beauty of nature. While talking about this poem, the poet describes how he was inspired to write this poem. Before reading this poem, I would like to share some information about the Lake Isle of Innisfree. The Lake Isle of Innisfree is an uninhabited island within Low Gill in Ireland, near which William Butler Yeats spent his summers as a child. Yeats describes the inspiration for the poem coming from a sudden memory of his childhood while walking down the Fleet Street in London in the year 1888. He writes that I had still the ambition formed in Sligo in my teens of living in imitation of Thoreau on Innisfree, a little island in Low Gill, and when walking through Fleet Street, very homesick, I heard a little tinkle of water and saw a fountain in a shop window which balanced a little ball upon its jet and began to remember the lake water. From the sudden remembrance came my poem, Innisfree, my first lyric with anything in its rhythm of my own music. So this is how William Butler Yeats was inspired to write this beautiful poem. While walking down the street, some sudden memories inspired him to write this beautiful poem. I will first read out the poem and then we will have a closer look at the meaning of each stanza. The Lake Isle of Innisfree by William Butler Yeats. I will arise and go now. I will arise and go now and go to Innisfree and a small cabin built there of clay and wattles made. 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee-loud glade. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the wheels of the morning to where the cricket sings. There midnight is all a glimmer. There midnight is all a glimmer, and noon a purple glow, and evening full of the linnet's wings. I will arise and go now. I will arise and go now, for always night and day I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore. I will arise and go now, for always night and day I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore, while I stand on the roadway, while I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's grey, I hear it in the deep heart's core. So, this beautiful poem ends with the expression of deep longing of the poet to spend his life near the nature. The last line, as the speaker says, while I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's grey, I hear it in the deep heart's core. Even if he's standing on the roadway or on the pavement's grey, meaning in the city, in this noisy city, he still hears in his deep heart that particular sound of water and shore and the lake. So we'll have a look at the meaning of this poem. We'll go each stanza wise for the meaning. The first stanza, as the poem says, as the speaker says, I will arise and go now and go to Innisfree. Here, the speaker decides that he will leave his current place, that is a noisy city, and immediately go to the Innisfree, which is a peaceful island situated in Ireland. After going, he says, and a small cabin built there of clay and wattles made. He imagines building a simple small hut using natural things like mud and the woven sticks, which are usually used to make a hut. 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee. He plans to grow his own food, that is the beans, and keep bees living a self-sufficient life with nature, and live alone in the bee-loud glade. The speaker says that he wants to live in solitude, surrounded by the nature and the soft buzzing and humming sound of the bees in nature. The second stanza, the speaker says, and I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the wheels of the morning to where the cricket sings. There midnight is all a glimmer and noon a purple glow. The speaker strongly believes that true peace comes gradually and can be found in such a quiet place in nature. Peace seems to descend gently from early morning mist to the earth where cricket sing. And at Innisfree, even midnight shines softly and midday has a rich, beautiful light. And evening full of the linnet's wings. The poet here talks about the peace descending gently from early morning to the earth where the birds sing. And evenings are filled with fluttering of birds, creating a lively yet calm and peaceful atmosphere. In Innisfree, the speaker says, even midnights shine softly and midday has a rich, beautiful light, which is described as a purple glow. The line in this poem, in this particular stanza, says that there midnight is all a glimmer and noon a purple glow. In the third stanza, he emphasizes that I will arise and go now, for always night and day. I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore. While I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's grey, I hear it in the deep heart's core. So, the speaker imagines that he is living near the lake and he imagines or remembers the gentle sound of lake water touching the shore. Even when he is busy in the urban setting of roads and pavements, the sound and memory of Innisfree live deep inside him, and it is a part of his inner self. Such a beautiful poem where the poem expresses a deep longing of the speaker for peace, simplicity, and escape from the hustle bustle and the urban stress of this noisy city, where currently he is living. When I came across this poem, I thought that Mr. William Butler Yeats is perhaps representing all of us who are going through this phase. All of us are living in this noisy cities surrounded by the urban life, and maybe each one of us has the strong yet quiet desire to spend such a beautiful life in nature, surrounded by nature, which is full of simplicity, nature's beauty, and calmness, which is essential for us to grow within ourselves. Thank you so much for patient listening. See you soon with another beautiful poem. Requesting you all to again subscribe to my channel and give a like to this video. Please do share this video with poem lovers. Thank you from Chaya. See you soon.